In this example, we're going to show you how you can enter terrain in the world of Purgatory. For the sake of the scenario, we've identified that the character in question here, Keisha, needs to try and get hold of the objective shown at marker 1. The good old-fashioned park bench next to a lovely statue delineated by this fence, which will also serve the purpose of showing where the boundary for the terrain is. When you want to enter a piece of terrain, you move your normal value up until you encounter the point of the terrain, which we've shown here by the benches. Different types of terrain have different effects. So in this example, we're going to call this awkward terrain because we need to hop over a very small fence in order to get to where we're going. In Purgatory, you take the test once for when you're in terrain. As you can see here, Keisha's passed the test and can carry on moving into the terrain using the remainder of her movement value or any movement from additional AP that she wishes to spend. In the event that you attempt to enter terrain and you fail for whatever reason, you cannot go any further. And this is to demonstrate that the model entering the terrain has tripped over, fallen or fell. They haven't been able to go any further. If you want to attempt to do this in this example, we'll demonstrate how a failure might work across multiple AP. So let's say Keisha's got a movement of 5 and can quite easily get into the terrain using that movement. She approaches the terrain using 1 AP and takes the test at the point in which she encounters it and fails. Because of that, the remaining movement from her AP is lost. And if she'd like to attempt to get into the terrain and get to the objective, she must expend another action point and hope that she can roll higher than the number required in order to successfully move into the terrain. Once you're in the terrain, you can move around it as much as you like. You don't take any further tests to do so. However, for any reason, if you decide to leave the terrain, and let's say in this example she's taken the objective with her, should she want to get out of the terrain, get back in the terrain quickly, because let's say a host has found out what she's up to, she must again retest to go back into that terrain. So just to recap, to get into terrain, you need to take a test at the point in which you would enter it. If you pass, you may continue as normal. If you fail, you must try again until such time as you pass the test. You can move as much as you like in that terrain until such time as you leave it. Once you leave it, should you wish to enter it again, you must test as normal.